a introduction to creating your own Microsoft 365 developer account. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quickly. All right, so hopefully you can see my screen. I wanted to well, I'm using Microsoft Teams because I wanted to use all of the Microsoft products or as much of the Microsoft products as possible in order to step through this process. So right now, I'm currently on the developer.microsoft.com website, and this is where you would go to join or create your own developer account. Um, so you may be asking why you would want to create your own developer account, which is a great question. There are actually many different benefits of creating one. Um, so the first benefit is that you actually get your own sandbox. Um, it's so the type of Microsoft account that you get is the Microsoft 365 E5 account. What's included with that is it includes 25 user licenses for development purposes. It's pre-configured for side-loading Teams apps. You also get access to all of the Microsoft 365 apps, everything you need for the Power Platform. I mean, everything you need for Power Platform development. So that would be Power Apps, Power Automate, um, Power BI, um, chatbots, and then also Power Pages, I believe, is included with that as well. You get the advanced, as I mentioned before, with Power BI, you also get the advanced analytics with Power BI, and you get enterprise mobility. Um, so if you wanted to go through this website, you can, and it will show you exactly what you would get by scrolling down more. You get access to a community of Microsoft 365 experts. So if you run into any issues, or if you just have certain questions that haven't been answered properly, or that you need some more clarification on, you could actually join one of the communities and ask your question or look through current posts or previous posts and see if you can get your question answered that way. So some of the technologies that are included in the community, Microsoft Graph, you also get the access to SharePoint framework. Obviously, Microsoft Teams is included with that. It also dives into Office add-ins, which include Outlook, Excel, Word, and PowerPoint. You get adaptive cards, and then you get the Microsoft Identity Platform. So if you want to have more detail into that, you could actually go to Google and search for these things individually, but this is not really part of this particular video. In this video, I just wanted to step through the process for you if you're brand new to if you're brand new to Microsoft, or if you've never had a developer account before, or you're interested in setting one up. I just wanted to step through the process of how you would do so. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this Join Now button here. When you click on Join Now, it's going to prompt you to sign into your Microsoft account. Now, if you currently have a Microsoft account, you could just input that information here. But in your sign-in information, it was just going to ask for your password. The next prompt, you're going to sign in, and then you can do it that way. I already have a developer account under my current Microsoft email address. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a Microsoft account, like a test Microsoft account, and then use that to sign up for this developer account. So I'm just going to click on create one. And then I'm just going to put in a test developer account. So let's do. Actually, let's do this. Let's click on get new email address. Let's do it that way. Let's do test dev. Let's do test dev at Outlook. See if we have that. That's probably going to be taken already, of course. Let's do 2024. Yep, already taken. Let's do 2024 one. Okay, that's not taken. All right. And let me just put in a password for myself. Now you can click on I would like information, tips, and offers about Microsoft products and services. Um, I've done that before in the past. It's very good. You can keep up to date with some of the new things that Microsoft is releasing. Also, they will send you emails about like certain training courses that are coming up that you can register for, or any tips and tricks from the community themselves that you can use. So at this time, I'm gonna just click out of this because I'm not really going to use this email. I'm going to delete it as soon as it's created after I set up my developer account, of course. But let's do this, and I'm going to just save this information off to the side so that I remember my login. All right, so let's do that first. Oops. All right. Okay, so let's click on next. It's going to ask me for my region, my birth date. Okay, so let me just put in, just make sure that's correct. Um, all right, next. It's going to ask me to solve the puzzle. Okay, please solve the puzzle so we know you're not a robot. All right, let's click next. So use arrows to rotate the object to face in the direction of the hand. All right, so let's do that. There you go. So I've effectively proven that I am a human being, which is nice. Um, do I want to sign in data? No, I do not. No, thanks. Okay, so now it's going to prompt me to join the Microsoft 365 developer program. So that's my first name, that's my last name, that's my email address. It's going to ask me to answer a couple of questions. So let's see, country region. I'm going to put the same country region. Is the United States? Yep. Company. I don't know. Let's put test dev. There's probably a company out there called test dev somewhere. Now it's going to ask me if I accept the terms and conditions. Yes, I do. Do I want to receive emails? No, not at this time. So I'm just not going to click on that. I'm going to click on next. Oh, and sorry, before I move forward, if you want to see all the terms and conditions, you can click on here and then you can read all of this if you want to. I'm not going to read it at this time. That's a lot of stuff. I can go back here, and if you want to see the privacy statement, you can click on privacy statement, and it's going to show you all this info that you can read on your own time. But I'm not going to read this at this time. I'm just going to exit these two. All right. So I think I have everything I need. So I'm going to click on next to move forward. What is your primary focus as a developer? So you can decide what your primary focus is that you want to choose. Um, the first one, applications to be sold on the market, is if you want to build out like custom applications that you want to put on like a marketplace, custom solutions for my own customers. So if you have clients that you want to build out solutions for, that would be the perfect one to use. Applications for internal use at my company, kind of self-explanatory. If you want to build out solutions or applications inside of your company, that would be the option to choose, or you could choose personal projects. For this one, I'm just going to choose personal projects. I'm going to click on next. And then it's going to ask me what areas of Microsoft 365 development are you interested in? Now you can select as many as you want from here. I will choose the Power Platform. I'm going to choose the SharePoint framework, and I'll just choose Copilot. And then it's going to ask me, you know, again, if I'm a robot. I'm going to say I'm not a robot. Click Save. All right, so let's see. So it's going to give me welcome. Thank you for joining. You don't current qualify for a Microsoft 365 Developer Sandbox subscription. Why do I not qualify for one? We're showing you content base. We're showing you content based on the purposes that you selected. Huh. Thank you for joining. You don't current qualify for Microsoft 365 programs sandbox subscription. All right, let's click on save. Why do I not qualify for one? Let's click on delete profile. Check something else here. See SharePoint, do Outlook. Let's click apply. So under products, I chose SharePoint and Outlook, and under technologies, I chose a framework, a Microsoft Graph. And as you can see underneath here, it gives me some concepts that I can work through. For the SharePoint framework, SharePoint itself, I can build your first list view command set extension. And there are a lot of different ones that I could choose from. And if you want to see all of the tutorials you have available, you can click on view more tutorials. And as you can see, it will show you a little bit more information here. You can click all, if you want to see all the trainings, you can see all trainings. Click here. It's going to bring you to the Microsoft Learn website. Microsoft Learn is a great tool for anyone that's looking to learn new skills or also get certifications in Microsoft products and services. So I definitely recommend using Microsoft Learn as much as possible. And with Microsoft Learn, you can also connect with the community and to answer any questions or concerns or anything that you need more clarification on. I would definitely recommend starting with Microsoft Learn. But I'm going to exit this out right now. Okay, so this clicks on the benefits of the developer program. What is the Microsoft 365 developer program and who should join it? So it's going to give you some information, a little bit more information as to why you should set up get an account. I'm not going to read through all that language right now. I'm just going to exit this. I am very curious though as to why it did not let me create one. We're showing you content based on your purposes. Settings page. Let me see something here. Link your developer accounts with your Microsoft 365 developer program account. I don't want to do that. Okay. That's weird because it's saying that I do have one, but I don't qualify for one. All right, let's do this. Let's try to log in and see what it gives me. Okay, clicking about my Microsoft account. All right, so I'm in it. Welcome to 365. All right. Okay. So let's see if this is a developer account, though. I don't think so. Designer. Hmm. Let's do this. Nope. Let's go back. See, now it's giving me this. Then I got my name, my developer, Microsoft 365, my Microsoft account. Actually, just a good check for this. Let me see if I do have the Power Platform. Do I have Power Apps in here? Do not have Power Automate though. Hmm. Well, this is very interesting. Now, this is where you do a nice search and say Microsoft is telling me I do not qualify a developer account. Let's see what people are saying. Why can't I qualify for a Microsoft 365 developer account? All right, that's a dead end. Let's see. You click on this link here, see what's going on, stay ahead of the game. The latest updates on Microsoft Developer Account, Microsoft Developer Sandbox has been restored. Okay, let's click out of here. Click back. Click back. Click back again. Why is it not clicking back? All right, I get out of this. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting. Attached a link with a similar inquiry that was answered by Marlon. Okay, so let's see what Marlon said. I know that you significant blah blah to inform you that we have received numerous reports from other candidates who are facing you currently don't qualify for developer account. Okay, so this is something that other people have had issues with. Okay, otherwise we don't. Okay, this affects customers without a paid and active VSS. Any update? Okay. So there it is. That's a problem. Okay. So it says if you're an active MCT with a Visual Studio subscription, I recommend reaching out to Visual Studio support. It says otherwise, if you don't have a Visual Studio subscription and are only joining for free, please note that as per the recent announcement on the Microsoft Developer Program, Microsoft 365 Developer Blog, registration for the M365 Dev subscription is currently closed. This affects customers without a paid and active Visual Studio subscription. If we go here, well, see, it doesn't really even say that. It just says this week being ends, okay, blah, blah, blah. All right, so I guess you can't create. All right, so, well, unfortunately, if you do not have a Visual Studio account subscription, you cannot get a developer account right now. I'm not sure why they changed that. Um, huh. Well, at least I know why now. Um, I'm going to stop this video because, well, actually, let me do this. I will not stop the video. Let me show you what a developer account looks like. All right, so I'll use my developer account. Okay, let's do this. Sorry, everyone. What I'm going to do is let me sign on to this. So I'm going to sign in. I'm signing with my current developer account right now, and I'll just step through how it looks for you. Not sure when that changed. Well, I guess it was changed just recently. Let's see. Can I log in? And yes. Okay, so I'm logged in. Yes, stay in here. Okay, so let's see. All right, I think I could show this. All right, so this doesn't have personal info. Make sure actually. Okay. So in the past, when you signed up for a Microsoft developer account, you would have your home page, your home tab, which I'm not going to show. That would show your most recent, anything that files that you were working on, stuff like that. Um, and then this is the apps page. So I just wanted to show you what apps you would get with your developer account. So when you click on all apps, you'll see that you have access to all these apps here. So like if I wanted to use Power Apps, I have access to Power Apps, Power Automate, which is part of the Power Platform, Power BI. You get Visio as well. Viva. This is Microsoft's, not Microsoft. This is Power BI for Microsoft Teams. So that's one of the cool things you get with it. You get Dynamics 365, portal management. So you get a ton of stuff that you can actually use with a developer account. So I'm not going to dive into each individual um, app right now, but I just wanted to show you what apps you have access to when you set up your developer account. So if you actually have a Visual Studio subscription, then you can go through the process of getting a developer account. If you do not, unfortunately, at this time, Microsoft has closed that for you. So I recommend if you really want to, well, this is my recommendation. If you are going to be building solutions and apps, and you really want to stay ahead of the game, see what new stuff Microsoft is coming out with, play around with some of the new features and the new functionality that they push, then a developer account is very handy for that. Um, all of the functionality that they push out is going to come to the developer account first, and then you're able to play around with it. See what benefits you can get from them, and see how you would like to set up your own environment. So that this is the nice thing about having a developer account as well, is that it gives you admin rights, so you can actually go through your admin environment and see the best way of setting it up. And a lot of companies at this time are looking for that. They're looking for admins specifically for, mostly for, like SharePoint, the Power Platform, um, Azure. They're looking for people that can set up the account and actually how to create governance for it as well. So I would recommend, I still, even though Microsoft did change this, I still recommend, if you can, to set up, if you're able to set up a developer account and play around with all these apps, or any specific app that you're looking to get more information on and to get better at, so that you can improve your skills. What I'm going to do is I am going to close out this video at this time. There is some stuff in my developer account that's private that I don't want to show on video, so I'm not going to step through that whole thing. But like I said, if you really want to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to the technology, definitely set up a Microsoft developer account if you can. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you have a great day.